I don't know. Google Project Zero is pretty cool. At least when I was there, it was cool. I still think it's cool. No, that's not like, look, Project Zero is not doing bug bounties to eke out $3,000 from like Mozilla. Project Zero is like, we're just going to find these incredible vulnerabilities because we can, and Google's willing to pay for this. I'm not saying you find something like Spectre or Meltdown. You find these bugs that are rethinking the way we think about computer architecture. That's being a hacker. You're finding one more use after free in the Canvas 2D component of the servo rendering engine. It's not being a hacker. It's being, I'm not saying don't do that to learn, right? I'm not saying like you do that the first time, you learn a lot. You do that the 7th time, you're not learning anymore. You're doing it for like a job or for, then you're working for the man. At that point, you're working for the man. What do I think about OpenAI? I mean, I'm torn. On one hand, they do publish very good papers. On the other hand, they pull bullshit like what they did with GPT-2. Guys, the safety, we're not going to release them out. Bro, stop with the fucking hype, You can get better language models today from like Hugging Face. And the world didn't end. The world was covered in fake news before the language models, right? Still a fan of Yudkowsky. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I went to Miri, I went to Miri in 2014, and I was a little sad that they like weren't a cult. Right? Like I wanted to go there. I wanted to find like the cult of rationality, and there is no cult of rationality. No, I'm not saying never work for others and make your own company, right? I'm not saying like don't go take a job doing something for somebody else. What I'm saying is think about this. Are you creating value? Right? It's very possible that the best way to create value is to go work for somebody else. But if what you're doing is just rent seeking, it's just, and the definition of rent seeking is like, instead of trying to grow the economic pie, you're just trying to take, the the money from somebody else. Oh, when I open Twitch dashboard, click the blue bar on top. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, no, but are you creating value for the world? That's the question. You came here to learn programming, not economics. Well, guess what? We're going to learn more about economics. Where was that great thing where... where was that great thing that I got to draw that diagram with? You miss old George when he wasn't always trying to prove something. What do you mean trying to prove? What am I trying to prove, man? Oh, draw.io, yeah. All right. No, this one's quick. This one's quick, right? So you have like save them, decide later. Yeah. All right. So you have companies, right? Companies, and then the companies have customers, right? Customers, right? And we'll put an arrow because companies give stuff to customers, and customers give money to companies, right? So this one here is stuff, product, and this one here is money. This is how normal companies work. You're proving if something is not true or false. You mean that proving? Oh no, I get it. Good. As long as I'm not trying to like prove some like bullshit, So let's put this in the back. I have a revolutionary new idea for companies everywhere, right? What you should do is acquire your customers, right? I mean, you have a problem always with like, customers aren't buying or like, imagine you just acquire your customers, right? You could just like this could be one like conglomerate, right? It's just a conglomerate where the companies just buy the customers, right? And the companies can give the customers some money in terms of salaries, or that's, you know, and then what you have to do here, you're like, oh well, this is a closed system, right? How's it going to make money? Well, you gotta borrow money, right? You gotta borrow money from the banks, right? And you know, this is how new capital gets injected into this system, right? So you know, you got money coming in here, right? And then you ask the question, well, what are the companies delivering back to the banks? So they deliver money back to the banks as well, right? So they gotta like the bank loans the money and they deliver money. But what's interesting is they deliver, you know, a little bit less money. So we're going to make this $2 signs because they also deliver something else that investors everywhere love to see. So we'll actually call this investors, right? It's banks, it's individuals, it's whatever. But what companies are delivering to investors is growth, right? We got to deliver growth, because the growth, delivering growth is what allows us to pay back $, but to borrow $, right? Do you see what I mean? This is just a closed system. Companies need to acquire their customers, right? And then like the growth that they deliver is they'll just expand out the customer division, right? So you have something, you know, companies are already paying their, you have something called customer acquisition cost, right? And every company understands this is like acquisition cost. Oh, I gotta spell it right. Acquisition. You have customer acquisition cost, right? But here, if we're just employing our customers, we could just have customer retention cost. I think I still spelled it wrong. Retention cost. Why don't we just pay our customers to consume the product? Right? And this is the ultimate system, right? Because you know the customers are going to need to get money to buy the product, so why don't we just pay them the money, right? And actually here's another scam we can do. We can pay them money and then they can buy the products on credit. Right? Look at this. This is beautiful. It's beautiful. We need to stop, you know, catering to these customers because then we have to care about stuff like the quality of the product, right? If we're paying the customers, we don't even have to make a good product anymore. We can just fire all the engineers, right? We can just fire anybody who creates any, you know, like a real product because the customers are just our employees, right? Their job is to consume. Who likes my scam? Why don't I start off by paying all my viewers for watching me? Because I'm not a fucking scammer, man. But I'm just saying, if you want to be a scammer, you guys got to realize that like the old school model of having a company, you know, be like this, we got to expand this circle. We got to acquire our customers. That's right. That's right. Now they're all part of our conglomerate, right? Unilever also includes all these people who buy soap. All right, we're going back to proving the truth is not false.